What is up, guys? Welcome to another breakdown and theories of Jake's television reviews. Whoa, actually, just of Marvel shows and anything Marvel. And today we're gonna break down and say our theories and spoil the first episode of the new Disney Plus show, Loki. Now streaming on Disney Plus. Go watch it.
Not sponsored.
Yeah. Also, sorry, no Joey for this one, but he'll be in part 2. Yeah.
Probably. We'll see. We'll get him on at some point.
At some point.
We'll get him on at some point. He's a good man.
He's a good man. Go subscribe to him. Anyways, let's break down this first episode of Loki. So excuse me.
Don't go choking on me. Choking on me. You don't want to die on this.
I know I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. So cool. This episode starts like during Avengers Endgame. You guys don't remember that scene where Tony Stark and Ant-Man where they're trying to get the Tesseract? Because they're trying to the time heist scene, the time heist where they're going like to different moments in every movie, like trying to get those stones. They're trying to get the Tesseract, but they fail because of Hulk. God damn it! Because he doesn't like stairs.
Yeah, they literally played that same. It's just a recap.
It's not a whole recap. It's basically archive footage. Basically archive. Yeah.
They're just like, let's just take the same clip. Beep. Paste it here, and then we're good. Cool.
I mean, hey, it's not like it's a bad thing, because that's what this show is mainly about. It's supposed to be.
I mean, there's some slight differences, like the way that Loki does his little Captain America mocking thing is slightly different.
Right.
Probably took multiple things for that, but like for the most part, it's the same footage.
Yeah, it's the same shit you got in Endgame. It's the same shit, but it's good shit. Very good shit. And
moving on the episode.
And Loki, they're like, "Where's Loki?" And he disappears with the Tesseract. And I forget what he disappears to, but he disappears somewhere. And
Gobi Desert, Mongolia.
Mongolia, that's right, Mongolia.
You're a paleontologist. You know about these places because of,
Well, I'm sorry. I only remember some. I've only seen the episode once. I guess I better go watch it again once I have time.
For a second, it was like, this group of people were just standing there, and it's just kind of a throwaway scene, and it's in the very beginning, and he just kind of lands in the Gobi Desert, just
and then the TVA
come, and it's like, who are they? Like, okay, yeah, they're the nomads that live in Mongolia. Cult, start a cult, guys.
Cult.
Let's start a Loki cult. Let's go.
Yeah. And then the TVA comes to arrest them, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, he was already going to be arrested. If we go back to that Avengers scene, he was going to be put in a cell, so technically he was that was already going to happen to him. So it did happen to him, but it's the TVA. And this is the first time we're hearing of the TVA. And they're asking him questions. It's like, they're like, sign this paper. This is everything you say. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. Then the guy hands the paper. It's like, here, now sign this. It's like, that's ridiculous. He's like, sign this.
Well, theoretically, he only had to sign the top part because it was just like, yeah, this is everything I've ever said. Sure. Again, I still think the stack should have been higher since he's lived like thousands of years.
Yeah, should
But
been
you
higher,
know,
but
yeah,
I don't know. But then they go like into like a, there's like lines like if you're going like to a bank, that's what it looked like, and there's literally another guy there.
one other guy. Yo, if the DMV looked like that, wouldn't that just be a miracle?
I know. I would I
Just,
would love if the DMV would look like
just hey,
that.
it's me and some other guy.
Yeah, yeah. And
Hey, now I can get
also I like how they with the missed minutes scene, I like how they explain like the whole time thing, the timekeepers.
Yeah,
That that's
yeah,
that's good. That's good information that whoever did not read the comics or is not aware of, you
yeah.
know.
Kind of had. They were like, okay, we'll go with the whole like. Again, this is where a lot of the surrealist stuff comes in, and it was like, oh, we'll have this Jetsons sort of, I don't know, Jetsons Hanna-Barbera slash like Bullwinkle
Hanna-Barbera,
style,
Flintstones,
Mr. Peabody and Sherman style, like animation. I was like, huh, this
yeah.
is weird. This is really weird.
Yeah, it is really weird.
And of course, they've said that like, oh, this show's going to be even wilder and wackier than WandaVision was, and like there were certain
Right.
that show that were kind of already, I guess, wild and wacky to begin with. So like going into this, it's going to be a real trip.
Yeah. And then Loki meets Owen Wilson,
Yeah.
who's also Mobius. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And then they
And,
just kind
and spoiler alert, he did not say wow in this whole episode, which kind of left me like ashamed, but there's always episode 2,
Always other episodes.
It's other episodes.
There's always the rest of the show.
He's gonna say it at some point. He's got to.
Well, yeah.
It's like Kevin Feige or one of the writers is like, yeah, just slip in a wow line because I know that's Owen Wilson's thing.
I heard the writer
And
was
he
like,
picks up the script. It's like, what's my next line? He's like, oh crap, not this shit again. All right, wow.
yeah, I heard the writer was like, well, I really only recently heard that it was a meme, and then that made me think, well, I mean,
right.
that doesn't necessarily mean it won't happen.
Maybe
It
will.
just
It will
means
happen.
that he just kind of was like, oh, it was only recently. He only figured out recently that it was a meme. So it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows? There's other episodes.
Anyway.
And Loki, he just want to get the hell out of there and just get the Tesseract,
Because this is still one thing I have to commend Tom Hiddleston on throughout this episode is being able to maintain these, or at least attempting to maintain the same exact mindset that he had like 9 years ago.
I know.
In terms of his,
good. That was
his
good.
super objectives, his motivations, the way that he acts. It's like it's an impressive feat, and it's honestly it's one of those things where it's like, how do you do that? Because of course, when you grow as an actor, you're not the same person from day to day, from minute to minute. So like, I mean, of course, you may carry on the same sort of behaviors and stuff, but like acting wise, you might grow and develop and change over time. So I think it's actually really commendable that he at least made an attempt to go back and say, how did I think
right
pre-Dark World?
Right.
Like so I think that was kind of just commendable for him, and it's kind of a testament to how we see character development in terms of like, oh yeah, he's developed from like He grew over a period of time, but then since time works differently now, he can at least, we can define character development as, hey, a character can go back and think the same way that they used to and then grow again. And it's sort of like, interesting arc of,
Yeah.
I arc within a singular arc of a character. So it's like I don't know what you'd call that, a super arc.
Super arc.
An arc de triomphe of storylines.
And we were shown like stuff from like Loki's past life, and like some of it was like Avengers footage and Thor: The Dark World, and some of it was actually like new footage that we never seen before, but we're seeing now in this show. And
the DB Cooper scene. Yes.
Like the what?
The airplane.
Oh,
The
yeah,
airplane.
That's right.
That was an actual case. For those of you who don't know, the DB Cooper case was November 24th, 1971. It was an actual case of a mysterious dude who was on a flight, a Boeing 727, I believe.
Oh.
He passed a note to I believe in this episode it seemed like it was a flight attendant saying like, hey, come sit next to me. I have a bomb on board. Just give me $200,000 and 4 parachutes. So he got away with the money. So basically, with the ransom note, he got away with that. And then he just disappeared. Yeah. And then there were a whole bunch of people who claimed to be DB Cooper afterwards, yet nobody knows who actually did it. And it's probably the most complicated airline heist in history. And in this episode, they were just like, oh yeah, I just lost a bet to Thor. I was actually DB Cooper.
Yeah.
I was the guy who did it. It's like, yeah, sure. I just lost a bet to Thor. It was like, keeping in mind, Thor was still a really big asshole by this point. So like, he was still kind of doing reckless stuff, like making bets that could throw off a timeline or I don't know, jeopardize people's lives.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
But that part in the episode where Loki's looking like at like the things like he's been through and the things he's going to be through, and he actually sees like how he dies, and he doesn't notice yet. But I think this is where at the point like where he's gonna like go like out of his freaking mind and like screw up stuff now.
Yeah,
I feel like it.
To an extent, I feel like he's gonna basically go kind of through a similar arc that he did for the past couple movies, I think. Because, he's probably gonna go and like he's gonna start off, hey, he's evil, so to speak. And so then, we know that he's capable, or at least we know what he's capable of becoming. So maybe he'll become something similar, but through, a different process. Similar points A and B, but like a different journey kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because, the way that he's, set up in this show is like, 9 years ago. Who he was 9 years ago isn't necessarily who we know of as now. So having him start here and then having to experience the whole power play thing, because this whole episode is sort of like, a test, or how do you put it? It's sort of a question of power kind of a thing. It's it's a study of power. That's a better way to say it. Study of power and hierarchy amongst someone who has morality and someone who's able to a god essentially, with a completely different moral set than a normal human being does. So like, Wow, I'm really rambling.
Yeah.
But like, seeing him kind of see his future, quote unquote, how it's supposed to play out is so interesting. And seeing him with, all of the Infinity Stones,
Right.
just that whole little set of like, oh yeah, we just have a whole bunch of Infinity Stones.
Oh
It
yeah,
really sort of like,
we just get those.
yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, we just have a whole bunch of those. Like, dude.
Like, wait, what? What the hell? Wait.
And it really like sets the dynamic of power. Like, oh yeah, now he's like, is this like the most powerful, you know, thing in the like in whatever universe I'm in the multiverse? Because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he probably doesn't know what the multiverse is by this point. He's probably just like,
Well, you know
I'm
what?
super powerful
I
God.
bet in the next episode he's gonna know what it is.
Yeah.
He's definitely gonna know what it is, like in the continuation of this whole like series.
Yeah, and it's so awesome to kind of see him go through, have his little play with Owen Wilson, who's like supernatural in this, by the
Mhm.
way. They both do an amazing
Mhm.
job. They build tension very naturally. They both know how to like sustain, you know, they both know how to sustain and maintain objectives. That's what
Mhm.
I'm trying to say. And just seeing Loki like break down in tears of like, oh my God, I'm actually worthy as a son. And like, the fact that he literally, like I said, the illusion of power is like, oh, he uses power as an illusion over other people, and that's why, he says he does it because he has to, because he, it's against, doing anything else would be against his nature, I guess, because that's what his purpose is, you know, because power plays into purpose.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. That's how
Yeah,
morality
so
works,
yeah. I think we talked everything that happened in episode 1. Thank you guys for watching. It's the end of our breakdown theories video part 1 for Loki. Stay tuned for part 2. And subscribe if you're new here. Subscribe or Loki's gonna mess with your timeline next.
Oh.
Like this video, make a favor you want to, and share it with your friends, family, relatives, whoever. And since this is Sunday when this video is coming out, and it's Sunday when you guys are watching, go check out our non-spoiler review for episode 1, and go check out our review for High School Musical, the musical of the series, season 2, episode 5, the Quinceañero episode, which we are going to be reviewing. We're going to be reviewing that tomorrow, and that will be coming out Saturday. So, yeah. Yeah. And also stay tuned for our reactions to Space Jam: A New Legacy, trailer 2, and Ron's Gone Wrong, which Josh does not know what the hell that is.
I don't think I've heard of it. Last I checked, I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that for the Ron's Gone Wrong video, but and I still have to do a Raya and the Last Dragon review and Chaos Walking review. I'm so behind on these damn reviews.
Well, college does that to you.
Yeah. Go subscribe to Josh. Josh has Shang-Chi reaction. Well, he's still
going to. I will. I'm gonna have it up.
And I still gotta do mine too. I'll still do mine. And Army of the Dead, Josh is gonna do Army of the Dead too.
Probably, yeah. I'm gonna find a time to watch it, and I'm gonna leave it.
Well, I mean, it's on Netflix, so whenever you got your Netflix, if he's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna watch Army of the Dead.
I'll watch Army of the Dead. I'll watch it. Yeah. It'll be kind of be interesting.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one in the future. Peace and rock on, and pray for me and hope, and let's please hope I don't have this cold for the next 2 videos. We'll see.
Oh no. Let's hope not.
So
That went well, it ain't, well, yeah, let's hope not.
right. All right. Peace. Toodles.